Turn card is a tray, and Howard's going to survive. Chino drawing dead.
Well, I think she should have stood up and applauded.
You saw Howard stand up during his all-in, taking that pot. What is it about standing up when you're all in? Is it coincidence, superstition, or does it actually help? Well, we find out in this week's edition of The Nuts.
Facing your mortality.
The tension of the moment.
It's like a scene of a crime.
I've never really thought about why we stand up when we go all in.
When people are all in, a lot of them just can't bear to watch. They just want it to be over with really quick.
Come on. See this? I'm standing. That means I'm all in. Haha, check this out. Yeah, baby!
They stand up because the adrenaline hits them.
They're trying to intimidate the deck, I think, or the dealer.
It seems like you have more control over the situation if you're standing.
Well, I realize there's a chance that I'm fixing to get knocked out. Therefore, I stand up, wanting really to pick the chair up and throw it at times, a la Phil Hellmuth.
Why don't you just stand up and handle it like a man, Phil? I'm just gonna stand over there.
You know, I realize that every time I'm all in, I always stand up. Now that you brought it up, I never really realized it till now. Yes, I do it. I must admit, I'm a stander.
Everybody's different. I don't stand up, I stay down. I stay in my chair because I know I'm not gonna lose.
How about it, Norman? Are you a stander?
I've had to stand and face the music several times in divorce court, so I certainly can stand and take it like a man at the poker table.
Roland, you're not a comedian anymore after David left?
I know I've known Roland for like 3 years. I didn't know he was this much of a smart.
Oh,
I
really?
do now.
You do now.
We are back to Limit Hold'em at this final table. 6 players remain. Action on Eric Lindgren, ace-10 offsuit.
Eric got his start as a prop player in an Indian casino. Bill Edler, now his good friend, hired him.
Action folds now over to Chino Ream. Chino looks down at Queen 8 of hearts.
Chino got his start in Miami when Robert Mizrachi taught him how to play poker.
A re-raise to 60,000.
That's the aggressive play Chino is known for.
Action back to Lindgren, and he makes the call. 20,000 more. So Ream and Lindgren will go heads up. The flop, 4, 6, 9, all clubs. Ace high for Lindgren still leads with a nut flush draw. Lindgren checked, and Chino will bet.
Chino firing again.
With nothing. Lindgren will come along. So now the turn card. King of spades misses both. Lindgren still best with ace high and the flush draw. And he checks. Chino will bet it.
Chino, no pair, no draw, lots of chutzpah. Even if Eric thought he was up against a big pair, because of his flush draw, he's getting a good price to call.
And he does call. To the river they go. Lindgren with a big advantage. River card, deuce of clubs, and Lindgren does hit the flush. Earns the check mark.
Eric made his hand, and Chino's got nothing.
And Eric does come out betting 40,000.
You know, if Eric checked there, I wonder if Chino would have fired again. As we know, he can't do anything but just throw this into the muck.
One last peek, and into the muck they go. Eric Lindgren takes another hand.
Lindgren continuing to press his advantage in Limit Hold'em.
And Ream continues to have trouble.
Ace high was good enough. He had me every street.
Chino, a gracious bluffer.
Eric Lindgren has pretty much had this whole table on every street tonight. He's running that good in search of his first World Series bracelet. Welcome back inside the Rio, and Eric Lindgren is the first player at our final table to crack the 1 million chip mark. He holds a slim lead over Justin Bonomo. Howard Lederer, the short stack, with 204,000.
How much do you have, Howard?
I just said it. He's got 204,000.
But these chips are probably going to stay in one piece, either in or out of the pot.
Well, he can't push them all in right now. We are playing limit.
Limits at 20 and 40,000. Bonomo with King Jack.
Justin has set his sights high. He says his goal is to surpass Phil Hellmuth's 11 bracelets.
Makes it 40,000.
You see Eric Lindgren over there. His goal is 1 bracelet.
Lederer pocket sevens. He can't push all in.
We'll unleash the professor.
But he can raise to 60.
It'll get ugly in the limit portion of the show.
Bonomo will call, and they'll go heads up. The flop is 4-10 tray. That's ragged and misses both. Howard still leads with his sevens.
Bono has been to about 200 concerts in his life. Lederer has gone to 125 Grateful Dead concerts.
Howard bet 20,000. Bonomo made the call.
I never put Howard on being a deadhead.
No. Queen on the turn. Open-ended straight draw for Bonomo. But Howard still leads. Bonomo checks it. Howard continues to bet.
Raise.
Bonomo's going to raise to 80,000 on a semi-bluff.
And Lederer given pause here, Lon. Howard told us he saw more naked aggression in this tournament than he's ever seen. He might think he's behind in the hand and he doesn't have a lot of chips left.
A very difficult decision for Howard right now. Does he want to play the next hand with leftovers or make a stand now? And Howard gives up the hand.
Bonomo's check raise makes Howard lay down the best hand. Nice play.
So young Justin Bonomo gets the best of the professor and puts Howard in hot water.
And Howard's still wondering if he was swaggle-foosed. He was.
Just 84,000 chips left for Howard Lederer. 6 players remain at this final table. The limit action continues. Action on Howard Lederer. He looks down at pocket 4s. And he will raise it to 40,000. He just gave up 7s. Now he's got to work with the 4s. Bonomo, ace-queen, will mix it up with Howard. Raises again to 60.
More youthful aggression.
And Howard will make the call for 20,000 more. And pre-flop, Bonomo bets 20,000 in the dark. And Howard will move all in the dark. Bonomo will need 4,000 more to make the call, but first they will see the flop. And it comes out 5 deuce king. Lederer's 4s are still good. Bonomo does make the call, so Howard Lederer officially at risk.
Bonomo crippled Howard the previous hand, now trying to take him out.
Along with Howard's mom is his wife Susie on the far left and his niece Jen Creason in the middle.
King of diamonds. Is that the maximum, like, everything card, right?
Howard says he's calm on the inside about 99% of the time, and I believe him. Just look at him.
Now the turn card. Howard Lederer has his tournament life on the line. Another 5.
I guess that was the other one, huh?
Yeah.
And that does give Bonomo some more outs.
It's poker, not golf.
Or king.
Well, the pair on the board is a bit of a concern for Howard.
We want to miss that.
So now Bonomo can knock him out with an ace or a queen, or if a king does come, there'd be kings and 5s on the board, and Bonomo's ace kicker would win.
You don't feel good about this one, huh?
Howard's up and pushing the chair in.
Wow, that's strong.
Wow, Howard prophesizing his imminent demise. He has to dodge an ace, king, or queen.
Now the river card is a king! So Howard's pocket 4s counterfeited. Bonomo's ace will play and eliminate Howard Lederer.
The others caught cards against Howard Lederer today. He's still stuck on 2 bracelets.
Bonomo knocks off the professor, and Howard takes leave of his 20th World Series final table in 6th place. And with that hand, Justin Bonomo rakes in the pot and regains his chip lead. Eric Lindgren is not far behind and still hoping to capture his first bracelet, but Howard Lederer will have to wait another day for bracelet number 3.
They got off to a rough start. He's just trying to hang in there from there. It's a tough day.
Now just 5 players remain with one goal in mind: to win their first bracelet. Who will have what it takes? The battle for the bracelet continues. For Norman Chad, I'm Lon McCarran. Thanks for watching the World Series of Poker.